What's up, Eagle Empire? I'm Ted McCoart, and this is Tuesday TED Talk. For today's Tuesday TED Talk, I'm at Eagle Trace Golf Course, home of the Morehead State men's and women's golf programs. Well, today I caught up with Morehead State men's golfer Joe Muschong. Joe's a junior member of the Morehead State men's golf team and a native of Lexington, Kentucky, where he attended Lafayette High School and had a successful high school golf career before joining Coach Matt Martin's squad here at Morehead State. Over the past 3 years, Muschong saw his team grow and become a contender in the Ohio Valley Conference. This year, Joe believes that his Eagles have a chance at winning the Ohio Valley Conference Championship. So let's go catch up with Joe and talk a little bit about what he sees for his future and for the team going forward.
There you go.
All right, now we're joined by Morehead State junior golfer Joe Muschong. Joe, how we doing?
Doing good, man. Glad to be here today. Yes, sir.
Glad to have you here. It's turned into a pretty nice Tuesday here at Eagle Trace Golf Course.
Yes, sir. Rain held off. It's not freezing cold, so perfect day.
And this is where the magic happens right here for Morehead State Golf. This is where you guys get your practice work in.
Yes, sir. This is where we do all our prep, practice, and even play most of the time. You know, we're fortunate to have this as an asset of the university, and it's just it's a really big part of our program.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about you for a minute, going from golf. We'll circle back to golf. We'll check out the new Rex Cheney practice facility, and we may even go out and take a couple swings on a par 3.
Sounds good.
But Joe, you're from Lexington, Kentucky, and went to Lafayette High School.
Yes, sir.
How was your high school golf career?
It was
a lot of wins on there. I see, looking at the bio.
I won once in high school only, really. I really didn't get serious about golf until my freshman year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Quit playing baseball. But then, man, I started playing. It's like all I wanted to do. So played for Lafayette for 4 years. We won the city tournament, I think, 3 times. I think I played in Region 3 of my 4 years there.
Mm-hmm.
Was all region my last 2 years, and then qualified for state my last year. So that was a good way to go out.
Yeah, and to qualify, that's one of the toughest regions in the state. Probably, if not the toughest at any given year. What's it like to be one of those top qualifiers out of the Lexington region that includes, you know, like Madison County, Richmond, and those areas?
It was really fun. It's definitely a tough region. The competition is deep. It was a great way to prepare for college golf. It was a great way to prepare me to come here and immediately battle for a spot. And it was just, man, it was fun. It's really fun playing in that region because every week you were teaming it up against some of the best guys in the state. Where's your home course at in Lexington? My home course is actually Keene Trace. I work there. I get to play out there a little bit, and also Picadome Golf Course. Grew up playing there with Lafayette. It's it's definitely one of my favorite tracks to go play.
And I've got to give a shout out to my Paintsville guys at the Keene Trace Golf Course.
Yes,
LG,
sir.
Zach Meadows, Tyler Van Hoos, all those guys down there.
Sir.
If they check this out,
All of my bosses and big mentors. They're great guys.
Yeah, you know they were there when I was younger in golf, and then they moved on. But
Yes, sir.
But those are some great guys, so LG is your he's kind of your mentor coach, you would say, other than Coach Martin, obviously. But.
Yeah, Larry's definitely my swing coach and definitely a mentor. Man, he's done so much for me. He's done so much for the guys on our team. Really not sure where I'd be without him.
Yeah, but I know Nick Wilkins, from OVC champion. That was his guy too, coming up, and so it's been big impact on the Morehead State program.
Yes,
it really
yes,
has. Now, I mentioned Coach Martin. Let's talk about Coach Martin. Let's talk about you coming to Morehead State. What kind of led and build up to that?
Coach started watching me, I want to say late in my junior year of high school, and then going into my senior year. I took a visit junior year, wasn't really sure about if I was going to actually end up playing college golf or not, or if I just wanted to go to school. But he showed up my senior year. It felt like every weekend I was playing, and that really meant a lot to me. And then he was actually down at state when I was playing there. And then I hit it off with him. He's a good guy, really can get along with him. He's young, can relate to us. So that really kind of made my decision.
Yeah, easygoing guy. What other programs were you kind of looking at, and then it was Morehead State that kind of stood out from the rest?
I was looking at Transy. I'm obviously from Lexington. My mom works at UK, so I was kind of up in the air about just going to school there. for cost reasons. And then I had visited Belmont, but I wasn't really set on anything. But Morehead State, I knew Cooper, who's a senior here. He's one of my better friends, so he was here. That was big. And then obviously Nick, a lot of guys from Lexington, and Coach. Like, it just kind of stuck out, and it felt like the place that I could come for 4 years and really grow as a person and a player.
Now, as a student, what's your aspirations? What are you studying? What are you looking to do?
Sure, I'm a sport management major with a business minor. I started off as a business major and then went into sport management. Sport management is kind of something I've felt really cool because it's all encompassing. It's not just like sports. You're looking at media, law, public relations. So definitely I'd like to get into something to that after golf if golf doesn't work out. But that's been something I found really interesting, kind of day in, day out, because sports it's big and you see it everywhere, and it's cool to kind of know the background of stuff you see on Sports Center and just the sports media out there.
And it gives you a little more in-depth look into it than just seeing a headline, and then just the business aspect of it, like you said.
Sir.
It's
Absolutely.
Pretty interesting. What exactly in this field kind of interests you?
Being a sport agent is kind of something I think would be cool, but also kind of working in just front office and management and maybe administration of sport, I think is really something that's cool and important, because everyone knows in the NCAA now compliance, just following guidelines and following rules has really become a big issue and a big deal that's really going to continue to be there.
Yeah, as it continues to grow, the business continues to grow. That's just how it'll be.
Yes, sir.
Now, what to per se is college athletics kind of your interest then?
A little bit. I just kind of like business as a whole. Maybe if I go back to grad school, it's just in business or administration. To have that sport management undergrad would be kind of cool to time together. But college athletics is definitely something, I'm watching basketball, football, when we're on the road, it's like, what game's on, let's watch it,
You mentioned you were a baseball guy. I mean, how about getting back into the baseball?
Baseball would be cool. Big Reds fan, so Reds are looking good this year.
Big Reds fan.
Hopefully the Reds don't pull typical Cincinnati and just rip all our hearts out, but definitely baseball. I've always had Derek Jeter was one of the big guys I looked up to, is like athletics and just being there every day, doing your work and letting that talk.
The Reds got the best pitching staff in the Central this year.
That's true.
I almost would say top to bottom best lineup in the Central this year. I mean,
I'm feeling pretty good about them.
I'm feeling good too. All right, now Joe, let's wrap it up. Let's go up and check out the new practice facility you guys have here, and maybe take some swings there and talk a little bit about the team.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
All right, so Joe, now we're standing here in the Rex Cheney practice facility, as you guys call it. It's a really nice facility. Gives you guys the ability to come out here and on a rainy day, on a snowy day, even on just cold days, to come out here and get some swings all year round.
Yep, this has definitely been an added bonus. Can't thank the donors enough. This has been huge because it can get really cold here in the winter. It can get really wet here, but this is a great place. I mean, if it's above 32 degrees, we can come out here, work on our swing, hit a few balls, get a little practice in. That way we're not just inside hitting into a net, and this has definitely been another added bonus to the program.
It's named after Coach Cheney, who's a 4-time OVC Coach of the Year over there. A lot of great players to come through this program. Most notable right now, Josh Teeter's a guy that has made a lot of people proud to be from Morehead State, and tough finish for him yesterday, or on Sunday, excuse me. But man, you gotta love seeing the guy battle, and him being able to say he's a Morehead State Eagle.
He is. Josh is a role model for anyone. He does the right thing, puts in the work, and he's been at it now for 20 years, on and off the big tour. So he really embodies just work ethic and sticking to the long view of things. He's got his process, and he sticks to that, and whatever results come, he does. And he's in a good spot with his game right now, so hopefully he can keep it going. And actually, Coach Cheney's son is caddying for him, coaching him up a little bit. So we and Josh keep it going. Yeah,
and they got Coach Rich Brooks right there with them too, taking their money every opportunity he gets.
Exactly.
Now, let's as far as the program goes, how important are the alumni? Do you guys have a really solid with Josh and other alumni? And how often do you say
we played? Coach Coach actually he saw Josh in Bermuda this past winter while he was down there playing. And then we played with Josh, I think a year and a half ago. And then plenty of guys out there that are still playing and keep up with them. But Josh is definitely he's a good guy for everyone on the team to look up to, and kind of keeps us going, and that's kind of a good guy to look up to for sure.
Another guy that is an alumni, but now part of the staff. We had Nick Wilkins back here on the wall, and he's kind of stepped into a coaching role now for you guys. And what's it been like to have a former teammate kind of step into a role like that?
Yeah, Stick Nick, man. He's a great guy. He's been a huge part of this team's success. Because he can really he can relate to us. Won a conference championship, played in NCAA regions. He can kind of he's been there, he's done that. So that's his experience is just big to reflect back to us.
All right, let's take some swings and let's get ready to head out to a hole to try it out.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get some swings in. But first, Joe, there's different types of golfers and how would you describe your game on a 18-hole day?
I definitely use my length to an advantage. I can put it out there pretty deep, but pretty good iron player. A lot of guys on the team we're a really solid ball striking team. Struggle a little bit sometimes with the putter, but going to keep putting in work on that, and hopefully get that as a strong part of my game.
And it just comes through repetition, right? I mean, just every day out here getting swings in.
It does. Repetition's big, but coach is really big on having us on the golf course, seeing kind of tournament-style shots, and then coach always loves getting us a little putting practice in, so definitely a big part of our preparation, though.
Talking about repetition, you mentioned earlier about how you played baseball a lot as a youth, as a kid growing up, and then kind of switched over to golf. Now, what was that like, and what's the relationship between the two? I mean, it's kind of similar, but it's very different.
Yeah, so you got a similar game, but golf, they're definitely very different. I actually tried out for the golf team my freshman year of high school, and that's when I met my guy, Coach Reynolds, and he kind of fostered me into the game for sure. He coach and your friend, really, that was great playing for him, and he definitely helped me kind of fall in love with the game and kept me going, and he's a big part. Still keep up with him. He's a great guy. And
it's Coach Reynolds, your coach from Lafayette, and he kind of, what you would say, created to give you a love for the game.
Yes, sir.
And a love for even things off the course. I mean, right?
Yeah,
and you were telling me earlier that he's kind of got you into the idea of business, of studying business.
He did. Reynolds is he's a business teacher at Lafayette, teaches accounting, economics, runs the school store, and I had him for econ, economics, and I had him for accounting, and that's kind of where I was like, man, business is pretty cool. We actually, for one of his classes, had to make a rap on economics. He'll probably remember. He probably still has the video, and that's kind of...
He should send it to us. We'll put it in the middle of this here.
Oh, God. I don't know about all that.
All right, well, let's get down to business here now. Let's get a few swings in. And,
all right.
Let's head over and try to tame. What are we going to go to, 14?
I think we're going to go to 13, the par 3.
13, the par 3, yeah.
Try to tame it today, yes, sir.
All right. Let's get some swings in. First time I was throwing a club since August.
That'll get you.
Yeah, it will.
That's what I usually take 2 months off after or not 2 months, but a month after our fall season, and kind of it's a rough few days coming back to it.
Oh, yeah, it is. You got that, didn't you? Oh my gosh!
It's that wintertime rust, man.
Yeah, that's all it is. Oh, that was close. What do you see for this team going down the stretch? You guys have a few more events left on your schedule before you get to the OVC tournament. So catch everybody up on what's left and how you feel the outlook is.
Yes, sir. So we're actually heading to Auburn's tournament, the Jason Duffner Invitational, March 8th through the 10th. And then after that, we definitely we ramp up, playing probably every week and a half, basically. Mm-hmm. We'll play Tennessee Tech's tournament in Gatlinburg. After that, we head to Missouri's tournament in Columbia, and then after that, we'll head up to Wright State, and that'll be our left out. We'll head to Las Vegas, actually, after Tennessee Tech for a little prep there. and then Wright State right before conference, and then we head down to Muscle Shoals. I think April 26th is the day, first day of the tournament. That'll be a fun time getting ready for that one.
And that's what I mean, every event, yeah, you're trying to win, but you want to win that OVC championship.
That's coach is very adamant that everything this spring, everything is leading up to conference, staying healthy, prepping, golf, school, nutrition. You want to be ready to go, the best version of yourself come that week, so you can really perform.
It all goes hand in hand. All right, now let's see you line up and
all right,
try to hit the green here.
I'll do my best.
First, talk a little bit about what you're setting up for a shot. What that entails, and you don't have to address the camera, but talk a little bit about setting up for a shot and what that kind of entails for people that have never played golf. They think you can just kind of come out, swing it, and as you saw me on the driving range, you cannot do that. So yeah,
you go through pretty much your process every time, get your number, kind of see the shot you want to hit, maybe take a few practice swings. But one thing I think has really caught on big for me is just mental imagery. It's like right before you go into it, get yourself a deep breath, see what you want to see, and then just execute the shot and let it go.
Let's let it rip.
All right.
All right, Joe, really appreciate you joining today on Tuesday's TED Talk to talk a little bit about yourself and about your guys' golf team. Sounds like a really exciting future ahead for you and the team.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good spring. It was fun being out here today. Glad the weather could hold up for us.
I mean, I wish I could have got a few more good swings on the ball, but we'll make it through the day. I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah,
exactly.
Summertime, we'll be ready to go.
That's
we'll
right.
We'll get you in gear.
That's right. All right, now anybody you want to give a quick shout out to that you haven't got to today before we go?
Just definitely my parents. They're the reason I'm here, and they're the reason I keep going places. So that's definitely important to me.
All right, Joe. Thanks again for joining us, and really appreciate you being here on this Tuesday TED Talk. And a reminder that you can watch all Tuesday TED Talks on Morehead State Athletics YouTube, and also be sure to follow the Eagles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the handle @MSU Eagles. Let's give them a big go Eagles, Joe.
Go Eagles, baby.
All right, that's it.